Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we will be learning about hoisting. So friends, before we start to learn what hoisting is, we need to understand two terms uh, so that we will be able to properly understand hoisting, because these two terms friends will be used while defining hoisting. Okay, so friends, what are those two terms? First one will be declaration, okay, and second one will be assignment. Okay, so let's try to understand both one by one. So friends, whenever we write where a statement like this is called declaration. So by declaring a variable, we are telling the compiler that somewhere in this program we are going to use this variable a. Okay, and when we are doing the assignment friends, the statement like this, a is equal to 5, this is called the assignment statement. Here we are defining the value 5 to this variable a. Okay, so after this assignment, when we encounter where we are using the value, then this a will be value of this a will be 5. Okay, so friends, this is assignment and this is declaration. Now friends, it is also possible for us to do the declaration and assignment in the same line, okay, with this expression. Okay, so friends, now we understand that what is declaration, what is assignment, and what is the difference between them. Okay, let's go ahead and try to understand what hoisting is. So friends, let's see what hoisting is. Okay, so friends, to understand hoisting, I will start with this example where I am trying to access a variable a, okay, that we haven't defined in this program. Okay, so let's see what happens. Just a second friends. Okay, so when we run this program, we are able to see that there is this reference error that a is not defined. Okay, so friends, if we try to access a variable that is not declared inside the program, then we will get a reference error. Okay, so now let's see friends, what happens if we try to access a variable that is not defined yet, but it is declared after we have used it. Suppose we declare this variable here. Okay, now friend, I will again run this program, and now we get the value undefined. Now friend, what happens? It might appear to us that at line number 1, then when we are using this variable a, our engine, who is responsible for running this program, it may not be aware that there will be an variable a declaration and it should throw a reference error. Okay, but that is not the case friend. It looks like that it is already aware. So friend, it this gives us idea that this declaration statement, the this declaration statement friends, is has been processed already. Okay, okay, so friends, now we know that our JavaScript program runs from top to bottom. Okay, so it cannot be processed. This line, this line number 3 cannot be processed. Okay, before this line number 1, until unless this line number 3, this declaration is above this uh, uh, above this line number 2. Okay, so that we are actually declaring this variable a before using it. Okay, on line number 2. So friends, this apparent behavior that JavaScript moves our declaration statements. Okay, declaration statement we will call this. Okay, so JavaScript moves our declaration statements to the top of the scope. Okay, so this apparent behavior that our declarations are moved to the top of the scope is known as hoisting. Okay, so I will write also the same thing, apparent behavior that declarations are moved to the top of scope is known as hoisting. Now friends, I will just simply want you to take note that only the declarations are moved, not the assignment. So what happens friend, if we also do an assignment here? Okay, so friends, let's try to see the value of a this time. Still this is undefined, so that means friend that only this declaration statement has been moved, not the assignment of statement. So friends, let me clarify a bit more. So friends, as we can see, we are only able to see a single statement on line number 3, that where a is equal to 5. But if you see it from the compiler's point of view, there are two statements in it. First is declaration and second is assignment a is equal to 5. Okay, although we have used this shorthand to do the assignment and declaration at the same line. So friends, what happens, only this line number 5 is hoisted at the top, and and the assignment remains at its place. Okay, so this is how hoisting works friend, only the declaration is hoisted. Now friends, we will see what happens in case of function. So friends, to show that, I will simply call a function before declaring it. Okay, and again I will show you, I will run this program and show you that foo is not defined. As you can see here that foo is not defined. Okay, now friends, what we will do, we will simply define foo here at the bottom. Okay, so what we will do friends, here we will simply console.log and we will say foo. Okay, foo called. Okay, let's okay, so we'll, okay, now our function is defined friends. Now let's see friend what happens when we try to run this program. So friend, in this case we can see that this whole function is able to run itself even though we have defined it at the bottom. So what happened friend, in this case it appears that compiler has already moved the function definition to the top. So friend, in this case, as there is no assignment, we can say that the body of the function also is a part of declaration. So that is why friends, this body of the function is also moved to the top. Okay, so in case of functions, the body of the function is also moved to the top, and we are able to access the function, okay, before declaring it. Okay, so we can declare the function later and we can use it before doing that. So this behavior is also known as hoisting. So friends, this apparent behavior of JavaScript compiler or interpreter to move the functions or variable declarations at the top of the scope is known as hoisting. Okay, so friends, I hope we are clear on hoisting. Okay, friends, also take note that hoisting is done only to the top of the scope. Okay, so friends, if we write a function here, okay, function foo, okay, and here if we try to console a uh, no, here we declare a variable. Okay friends, and we try to access this variable outside of the scope of this variable a. Okay, so friends, see this, so scope of this, scope created by this function foo is only this. Okay, so variable a is present only inside this scope. Okay, so its hoisting is done only to the top of the scope of this function foo. Okay, but if you try to access this on line number 1, then there will be error. Okay, so friends, let's see that how our program behaves when we run this program. Okay, so as you can see friends, that there is this reference error. Okay, so now you understand. Now let's see what happens if we do something like this. Okay, so we'll see the effect of hoisting this time. Okay, so friends, as you can see, okay, let's first call foo. Okay, so after calling foo friends, we will see that we are able to get this undefined again. Okay, similar behavior. Similarly friend, if we take example of let variables. Okay, so let variables and const variables we know are scope to only block. Okay, so friend, what happens if we define something like this? Okay, first I will use this var variable. Okay, and run this program. Okay, so friends, now we know that var variable are not scope to this block. Okay, so what I mean to say, that this block will also create a scope, but this will not be the scope of the variable a. Okay, var a. Okay, so friends, this var a will be hoisted to here. Okay, sorry, to here. Okay, so this var a will be hoisted to top of this foo. Okay, but friends, let's see what happens when we try to uh, declare this variable with help of this let keyword. Okay, and let's see the result. In this case friend, we can see that reference error a is not defined. That happened friends, that the reason behind that is because let and const variables are scoped to their block only. Okay, so that means that when we created this block, it created a scope. Okay, this scope container that I have drawn. Okay, and this let a variable was only hoisted to top of this. Okay, and not to the top of this function foo's scope that I just draw. Okay, so friend, that is why there is this reference error. So remember friends, variable declared with let and const are only hoisted to the top of their containing block, okay, since they are blocked scope. Okay, so friends, let's try to see the difference in behavior for variables declared with where keyword and uh, let and const keyword. Okay, so friends, we will see the difference for both of uh, all these variables in case of hoisting. Okay friends, so we will just revisit our first example that we took. Okay, we'll simply take this and do declare the variable where keyword first. Okay, we'll run the program and we see we get the output as undefined. Then friends, what we will do, we'll simply uh, again declare this thing with help of this keyword a let keyword. Okay, let me run the program. Now we get an error, friends. Let's just copy this error. Okay, reference error, and let's copy this error and just mark here. Okay, now friends, let's see how this error is different when there is no uh, this let declaration present. Okay, so friends, the error now becomes reference error a is not defined. So friends, it's not that this is let declaration is not creating some kind of impact. Actually it is creating. When we are putting this let declaration, then their error changes to this. So there is hosting when we do with the help of this let keyword also, friends, but the behavior is different. Okay, so friends, this let keyword or this const keyword. Okay, so this let and const keywords, friends, const, let's say b is equal to 5, these both, friends, actually create a temporal dead zone. So let me just mark that okay friends, so as you can see, so friends, here you can see that this TDJ, okay, temporal dead zone. Okay, so friends, from the starting of the scope, that is from line number 1 and to the line number 2, before declaration of this variable a, there is this temporal dead zone created for this variable a, so that it cannot be used inside this dead zone. After only the declaration is done, that is on line number 3, after the declaration it is valid to use the variables that are declared with help of let keyword. Okay, so that is difference between variable declared with let and const and with where keyword. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now friends, let's try to see some other examples also of hoisting. Okay, so what kind of questions that can be asked in a programming interview. Friends, now let's try to see an question or program that is very commonly asked in JavaScript interview. Okay, so friend, as you can see here, we have a function here, right? Function foo. Okay, and that consoles the value of this x. Okay, and at the bottom we have again declared this variable x. Okay, and at the top also we have declared the variable x and also initialized it to 5. Okay, now friends, the question interviewer asks is that what will output or what will be the output of this code. So friends, if you are thinking that output of this code will be 5, then you are wrong. Okay, let me run this. Okay, so see this, friend, the output is undefined. Now friends, why the output is undefined? So friend, we just went through hoisting. Okay, so friend, we know that the variable declaration is hoisted to the top of the scope. That means, friend, that this x is moved, this declaration is moved to the top of this scope. So friends, we can say that this ultimately uh, this program while runtime may look like this. Okay friends, so friends, now this where x. Okay, so this variable declaration x, friends, creates a new variable inside this scope of foo, and that shadows. Okay, so friends, we can say that this declaration shadows the outer x. Okay, and that is why, friends, we when we log this value of x in line number 4, then we get undefined because of this hoisting. Okay, so friends, we can say that undefined because of hoisting. Okay, so friend, I hope you understand now. Okay, so we can just bring it to the previous one. Okay, or previous line, or and again we'll run this program, and this is undefined. So I hope, friends, you understood this question, that how this question is to be answered. Okay, now we have gone through our tutorial of this hoisting. Okay, so I hope that now you are able to understand that what JavaScript hoisting is and how it affects JavaScript programs. Okay, so friend, thank you for watching, and please do like, share and subscribe so that you will be able to get information about new videos that will come on this channel. Thank you once again.